This is the Kia Niro that I rented. It's fully electric. When it comes to charging an electric vehicle, I realized it's better to use an ultra-fast charger. It was between 4 and 5 times faster charging time than a normal charging station. When charging a non-Tesla electric vehicle, for a normal charge, you just use the top portion. For a fast charge, use the top and bottom portion and plug them in. It's very important whenever you're driving an electric vehicle to download an app to find charging stations. My first choice is Electrify America. They have so many operable charging stations, as well as most of their chargers are fast chargers. You just open the app. I'm currently plugged in and charging, so it's showing my level of charge. But the area I'm currently in is Chandler, Arizona, and it'll show all the charging stations within the area. If for some reason there are not a lot of Electrify America stations, the second app I use is PlugShare. This shows all the stations in the area, not just Electrify America. And if I click on one, it'll show me how many chargers are available, as well as the type of chargers. Like currently it shows 3 or 4 chargers available for the fast chargers. The way you know it's a fast charger is it has the top and bottom plug sign. That's how you know that's a fast charger. A standard charger is just the single socket plug-in, and there are 3 or 4 available there at that charging station. When charging an electric vehicle, the standard is charging up to 80%. From the time I started, it's going to take approximately 40 minutes to charge this vehicle up to 80% using an ultra-fast charger. I would like to give my assessment of driving 2 different electric vehicles. I drove a Kia Niro and a Chevrolet Bolt. I rented one vehicle in Las Vegas for approximately 1 week, and I rented the other vehicle in Phoenix, Arizona for approximately 1 week. I first like to give the pros of driving an electric vehicle. The first pro is the cost. To fully charge an electric vehicle, which is an 80% charge, you can look at other videos to see why 80% charge is fully charged. It costs approximately $20 in both places, in Las Vegas as well as Phoenix. So to fully charge an electric vehicle is approximately $20, which is much cheaper than most gas vehicles. The second pro is the actual ride. It drove just as well, if not better, than some gas vehicles. I enjoy driving both electric vehicles. The third pro is if you're driving around town or in a city, the charge lasts a very long time. I noticed when I was driving around town within a city, the charge lasted for almost 7 days, so I didn't have to charge the vehicle again. Now I would like to talk about the cons. I would like to discuss the cons of driving an electric vehicle. The first con is if you're doing a lot of highway driving, an electric vehicle is not practical. When I drove the electric vehicle from Phoenix, Arizona to Tucson, which is approximately an hour and 40-minute drive, driving the speed limit, which was between 70 and 75 miles per hour, the vehicle was fully charged, and I pretty much depleted the battery about the time I got to Tucson. If you're driving highway mileage, the battery charge depletes very, very fast. So it's probably not practical to have an electric vehicle if you're doing a lot of highway driving. The second con is, depending on where you're at, finding an electric charging station. When I was in Las Vegas, I actually had a hard time finding a non-Tesla electric vehicle charging station. as well as finding a fast charging station. And I'll talk about why in a minute that's important to use a fast charging station. But the reciprocal, when I was in Phoenix and Tucson, there were a lot of charging stations, and most of them were fast charging stations. So depending on where you're at, if there's not a lot of electric vehicle charging stations, it may not be ideal to have an electric vehicle. The third con is the amount of time to charge an electric vehicle. Using a fast charging station, you can charge a vehicle in approximately 50 minutes. As you can see, it's not like getting gas where you can just go do it in a few minutes and start driving again. You have to plan to charge the electric vehicle. And a fast charging station still takes almost an hour. The positive of that, most of the fast charging stations, if you plan it, or charging stations in general, are near places to shop or eat. So you can go eat, plug in the car, and it'll be charged whenever you're done, or go shopping. But if you don't find a fast charging station, the charge can take up to 8 hours to fully charge an electric vehicle. I used some standard charging stations, and it took a very long time. I had to park the car and occupy myself 8 hours to charge the vehicle. Overall, I enjoy driving both electric vehicles, and I would definitely rent one again. For me personally, it's just not practical, but I enjoy driving it. If you're on vacation, I suggest renting one if you're not doing a lot of highway driving to test it out. I would definitely rent one again. If you like this video and want to see more like it, feel free to like and subscribe. Thank you.